Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. Please don't forget to like the video. If there is a bit of noise in the background, someone is watching TV loudly, so excusez-moi. So I have a bit of a life update and I'm making this video to help anybody who's looking for this type of video on the internet if they need to make the same change in their lives. I moved to the Northern Cape a few months ago, and this video I just want to express how the change has been, talk about the town, what you can expect if you're in a similar position and you're looking for somebody to let you know what to expect in this specific town of the Northern Cape or Northern Cape in general, but I can only talk about the town that I'm in, which is Katu. I've also switched from consulting to back to contracting, and at this point I just feel like I'm abusing my brain, because as soon as I was getting the hang of the other, I'm like, oh, let's go back to, you know, your roots. So now I have to revert my thinking back to like what I started off with, which is okay. Yeah, anyway, let's get right on into it. So first things first, switching back to contracting. That has been an interesting shift. It's very familiar, but also I need to keep telling myself that, hey, you're here now. So luckily I do have some muscle memory from my contracting days, so I'm pulling back on that. And I'm also realizing that my experience in consulting is coming in very, very useful on this side because I know what is expected on the other side. So I think like a consultant, and I provide information like a consultant to minimize the friction or the back and forth that you'd usually have between a consulting QS and a contracting QS, which is very, very nice, a nice experience, because I feel like my entire career has been me being thrown in different roles that are not even linked to each other, that I always feel like I need to learn what I'm doing and learn how I'm doing it. But for the first time, I actually know what needs to be done and how it needs to be done and how I can improve certain procedures from one end to the other, which has been a great shift or a great experience. Like, it's like, oh, finally, okay, at least there's something that feels like, okay, this is clicking nicely. So that's the first thing, switching from consulting to contracting. Number two, I forgot about the long hours. Moving from contracting to consulting, I was like, oh, we get to work at 8? Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Because I remember in contracting, either you need to be in the office at 7, depending on where you work, or when I was site-based in contracting, I needed to be on site like from 6, because it'd be like a 6 o'clock meeting when the production team gets to site before they get onto site. So the hours in contracting are much longer, and I'm back in that boat again. Literally, we leave the house at 10 to 6. It's not even 6 yet. 10, like we leave. It's not even like you wake up at. We're leaving the house at 10 to 6. I won't lie, in the first few weeks, like they had to wait for me a little bit because I'm just shuffling, putting my things together. So that's the one thing. Another thing that's also like a bit of a shift is actually being site-based. So this is back into the container. It can get very hot or very cold depending on what time you get to site, and I've experienced both of those experiences. Well, I go in early, leave late, so I experienced the full range of the temperature changes and all of that. Also, no more like fancy coffees and stuff like that. I'm also dressed in overalls all the time. But the nice thing is that site is literally right there, and everyone you need for information is literally there. Do you need something from the material controller? They're there. Hey, did we receive any of this? Do you have purchase orders for this? Do you have invoices for that? Everything is like within my reach to a certain degree, but certain things obviously go to head office and I still need to make those contacts with them. So that's another shift in the career. But overall, from a career perspective, it's been a smooth-ish transition. I do feel the clicking, and it feels like I'm connecting with my roots again, like where I'm comfortable, even though it's been so long. But yeah, that's the first switch that I wanted to talk about. So the town that I'm based in is Kathu. I don't know if I said that, which is in the Northern Cape. If you're not from South Africa, this is like the desert of South Africa. It's like in the middle of nowhere. People always make fun of how nothing happens in the Northern Cape. So before I made this move, I was also very, very nervous. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how's my life gonna be working Monday to Saturday? And Katu actually really surprised me. Like, it's a very built up town. Yes, it is small, yes, but there's like stuff. There's Nando's, there's McDonald's. I feel like if there's McDonald's here, it's a city. I haven't even had the McDonald's here, have I? I don't remember. There's Nando's, there's McDonald's, there's KFC, there's Fisherways, Food Lovers, Woolies, and Woolies food. You're doing great for a small town. You're doing very, very great. There's a mall, there's a shopping complex, like 2 shopping complexes, probably even 3. There's one that I've never been to. It's got a bit of everything, which is lovely. I like that about it, or that surprised me about it. So yeah, that's been a pleasant surprise. I also live in a space that's actually quite nice. I thought that I'm going to be based on like the quarters, you know, like my sister's in construction. She's an electrical engineer. So where she lives, ooh, but she's out of the country as well. Like, they live together, roommates. The houses are just like on site. It's very construction-y. So I'm just happy that I don't live in that type of setup. God knew I wouldn't make it. So that's another pleasant surprise about my move here. And then another surprise was the weather. Before I came here, I was like, it's the desert, it's going to be hot. So I'm going to give away my electric blanket. I even think I had an agreement with my niece. I'm like, oh yeah, you can take it, I don't need it. Until I asked the question, I'm like, is it hot or is it cold? They're like, it's cold. Like, it's so cold. Plus, because we start so early, it is so cold. I've been the coldest here than I've been in Joburg during a cold front. Yo, it's cold. And then I'm starting to see that in summer, or as summer's approaching, it's going to get really hot, because obviously it's the Kalahari. So yeah, that's another surprise that I got before I came here. And then another thing, if you like are a community person, you like to work out, you are a fit person, this town is perfect for that. There's a lot of people always running on the streets. I feel like it's safe. I don't know. I feel like it's safe. Maybe I'm in a sheltered bubble. I don't want to close a blanket for everyone, because we can be in the same town, same house, and have totally different experiences. So my experience so far is that it seems like it's safe. There's a lot of people running all the time, like on the streets. There's also park run on Saturday. So if you would like to join a community of runners, 5 kilometers for free, there's a park run group here, which has been great, because if you are familiar with the channel, you know that I'm on a mission this year, and I'm so glad that I found a park run, and it's so close. It's like next door. So I get to go there Saturday morning, do my 5K, and get my numbers up in order to get my t-shirt. So hopefully we can get there. Oh, the downside of it is, because it's such a small town, they struggle to get volunteers. So if the week ends and there's not enough number of people volunteering, they cancel the park run. So yeah, that's happened twice since I've been here. So I'm just like, oh guys, if you're living here in this town and you are either retired and you want to do something on the weekends just to, you know, connect with the community, or you're young and you just want to contribute your energy somewhere, and you can come to park run, volunteer your time and your energy, and just make them not cancel them, because I need all of them. So yeah, that's another thing that was a nice surprise for me. The other thing that I wanted to like check, I'm here for work, and the people that I'm with are here for work as well. They pronounce it differently to me. Like, I say Kathu, they say Katu. I know it sounds similar or the same, but it bothers me because I don't say Katu here in Katu. I don't know if it's an accent thing or there's a right way to pronounce it. So if you are from here, please let me know how it should be pronounced, because I don't know. I'm just always like, okay, like I say it how it comes naturally to me, but there's probably like the right way to pronounce it. So yeah, let me know if you're from here how it should be actually pronounced. And then another thing, if you're considering moving here, is the cost of living. Things are I haven't done a proper comparison, but it feels like things are a little more expensive than they are in Joburg. I haven't checked this, but I feel it, like from when I pay for things, but I haven't done like a fair comparison. So I think I'll do that sometime, somewhere, and make it a shorts just to confirm. But the people here also they do confirm that, no, you're right, things are a bit more expensive. My theory is that it's far from a factory. I don't know, I feel like it's far. So things that need to come in have to come from far, like whether it's bread, whether it's fruits, certain types of fruits, whether it's certain types of vegetables. I don't know, this is just my theory, that factories are in certain areas, and in order for it to come here it needs to travel long, and then food have a markup, a delivery markup that's slightly higher, so things are a bit more expensive. I can't fully confirm by how much, but I do know that they are slightly more expensive. I think even like down to like Nivea body spray and stuff, it's more expensive here. It is. I'm not imagining that. It is. I just need to remember when I go home to maybe take a picture of how much my Nivea in Joburg and back home is versus here. But I literally feel like there is a bit of a markup. Also, another thing that I've learned or come to know is that property is quite expensive here. Like if you want to book, let's say, an Airbnb and all of that, I think maybe because it's so in demand, everyone is here for work, and everything is so privately owned. You can charge whatever you want. One of my colleagues wanted to host their family here, and they wanted to host them for a week, and then it came up to like 20,000 or something for the week. I'm just like, hey, that is hectic. So yeah, so that's another thing that I learned from coming here. Also, another thing, if you're coming from Joburg or any province that's really far from here, the commute is quite long. So since I'm far from home and I'm in contracting, and I don't live here, we have R&R, and we're site-based. We have pay weekend where we go home once a month from a Thursday. But because it's so far from home, half your day is spent literally traveling on the road, which kind of sucks. And yes, there is an airport. There's an airport here. People have also recommended the airport in Kimberley, which is 3 hours from here. And I was just like, I can't imagine driving 3 hours, then flying an hour, and then going and driving. I'm just like, it's too much admin just to get home. But there is an airport here, but the prices are expensive. It's like 3.5 for a flight on a random day, on a random Tuesday. So yeah, but there is a bus into Cape, Sleepliner or Landline, I don't know, it's an Intercape bus, and that's like around 400 rand. So if you do not mind like a long commute where you don't have to drive, and you can maybe, what I've learned or am doing is doing like a overnight bus, so that I can sleep in the bus and I don't feel the trip for as long. It is still quite tiring, if I'm being honest, so hey, but it is what it is. If I want to go home, that's what I need to use, or I need to just drive myself home. And I do not enjoy driving. I do not enjoy driving like that. But I think as time goes on, I'll find a combination of things that works for me. Maybe if I win the lotto, or I have some money that's extra or something, I can book a flight every now and then just to minimize the travel time. But yeah, it does take long to get home. That's one downside of being here. It's far from everything. And I initially thought that moving here was going to mean that Cape Town is closer, or like other coastal towns, or the Western Cape is close. But no, it's far from everything. It's far from Joburg, it's far from Cape Town, it's far from the beach, which kind of sucks because I really love water. But we're here to work, and it. So yeah, that's a little bit of a life update, and also some information. If you were offered a job in the Northern Cape, specifically this town, you can then maybe use my video as reference whether or not you should take it. From my experience, personally, I'm pleasantly surprised by how well equipped Katu is as a town itself. There's Checkers 360. Doesn't feel like a big shock to my system. The only shock is actually the work and the working hours. That's the only thing that I feel like, I'm feeling it. But when it comes to lifestyle and the food, like I still go to park run. I still do things that I would have done if I was still based in Joburg. Oh yeah, the other side obviously is that I'm far from my friends, so I don't get to do the little brunches, the cute little brunches with my friends, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, that's the price of being here. But from a lifestyle perspective, it hasn't been too much of a shocker. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and if you're planning to take a job anywhere else and you are scared, you can do it. You can even maybe give your internal timeline, good, okay, I'm going to do it only for this certain period. But yeah, just open up your mindset to new experiences, and you don't know what God has in store for your life. I personally feel like I was sent here at the right time for what I need mentally, specifically mentally. As much as the work is a lot and the hours are long, the type of work and the type of people that I'm surrounded by don't inflict a lot of stress on my nervous system, and I feel like I needed that to recover a little bit in order for me to be in the space that I'm in. So I'm very grateful for that. Overall, calm, small living. I think God needed me to be in a space where like it's calm, slow, chilled living. Work is work, rest is rest. So yeah, I get to work hard, but also I get to rest, and mentally my cortisol levels have significantly dropped. So that's what this environment is giving me right now. Beautiful walks. I take walks all the time. I love my walks. And there's like little animals here as well, like springbok and kudus. Okay, I don't think it's a kudu, but I think springboks are everywhere. And nature, you get to see a lot of mini little animals. I thrive a lot in places that have nature, so from that perspective, I think I'm where I need to be, and I'm grateful that I took the leap of faith. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but for the duration of me being here, I'm very, very grateful. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you are from Katu, please let me know anything that I can do in or outside of Katu that I haven't probably thought of or know about if you are from here. Also, another thing that I'm curious by, it seems like a very mine-driven town. It is a mining town, so I wonder if there are people who are actually from here because they are from here, not because they came because someone got a job at the mine. And then, like, were you born here and your family's always been here? If you are from here and your history's here, please comment down below and let me know. I don't know, I'm so curious about that, because I feel like everyone's story is rooted in a job here, but no one's actually from here. And if you are, I would like to know your family history. If it's not too much information, if it's not too invasive, just let me know what your family history is, how you ended up here, and what you grew up doing. Oh yeah, there's high schools and schools, there's everything. So there are people from here. It's just very interesting. For me, it looks like a place where people come to work, but I can't imagine being like, oh yeah, I grew up in Katu, it's my hometown, you know. But that's probably how people feel about Bronkhorstspruit, where I'm from, because there's nothing there. And it's also close to a mine, so some people probably just come there to work at a mine. But being from there is like, so it's different. And I am from there, so I guess it does happen. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you are from there. Please, I'm very, very curious, out of curiosity. Even if you email me, if you don't want to comment. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later in another video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.